Go fuck yourself.
What's going on, people?
He was on crack! Bro, how y'all doing? Nice and early. Y'all charge y'all shit, did you? White people can charge tickets. We got to wait. We got to wait on our check and get ours. We ain't putting tickets on no credit card now. That's for big shit. The credit card for big shit. You know, they all up front, too, and got their seats early, too. They came in early. They know us. They know we'll sit in their damn seats. That's why they came. White people get the usher, though. They'll tell when somebody in their damn seats. That's because they live by a different creed than we do in life. White people hope things don't go wrong. Wish. They will get the usher because they hope things don't happen. They have high hopes. And if they were running a little late tonight, they probably were thinking, oh my God, we're running a little late. Oh my goodness, I hope no one's in our chairs. Man, I hope no one's in our seats. I don't want any problems. Bruhs, we don't never get the usher. We don't need the usher. Because we don't live by the hope creed. Black people got a totally different creed we live by. It's more confrontational. It's the wish factor. Black people don't hope, we wish. We wish a motherfucker would be in our shit. Tell her I ain't lying at my dog. Bro, come in late like, nigga, I wish a motherfucker would be in my damn shit. Much money I had to pay for these seats, nigga, I wish a motherfucker would be in my shit. No, that's us right there, partner. 4 and 5. 4 and 5. Come on now.
Go fuck yourself.
What the hell is going on? Good damn people.
Was Cedric the Entertainer, was he the second or third funniest?
On that?
On Kings. Or maybe even fourth.
He wasn't fourth, because he had some pretty...
That was a weird special, man. It was both the funniest special, and then some parts of it were kind of like...
All of them were pretty funny to me.
They were all, yeah.
And Whatchcott was really just MCing.
Yeah, DL.
Steve. He was MCing, but I would say, of course, we all know Bernie. And that's why
Bernie just
that's why he closed it out.
Right, Bernie destroyed it.
I think he was the second. Then went DL and then went Steve. Because, I mean...
Yeah.
I thought DL was funnier than...
Have y'all seen
Sid.
DL lately?
Yeah. His stand-up and shit?
Yeah.
I watch them religiously.
Yeah. He's changed, but he's still funny.
Oh, yeah.
He's reinventing himself. Now, you know, he's a lot of Black Lives Matter, I guess, quote unquote.
I just love, because I went to see him live.
Mm-hmm.
And when there's somebody who gets drunk or
tagging
heckles, that fucking comic view DL comes back out.
Yeah.
And it's...
he's going to give it to you.
Yeah. But you only really see it when somebody fucks with him and he'll roast him. But other than that...
And I never got that from people where you go to a comic to kind of heckle.
Yeah.
Like, do you understand? They tell jokes for a living. This is what they do.
And they got a microphone.
Yeah.
It's never gonna end well for you.
Yeah, this is exactly what they do on a day-to-day basis.
They said they hope somebody heckles them. So they said, man, you're gonna give me about 15 more minutes of material.
Yeah, exactly. Like shit. I had went to see who was that? D-Ray.
Mm-hmm.
It was probably like a year or so ago, and he wasn't funny.
Really?
But like what ended up happening was again a heckler was in the crowd fucking with him, and maybe it was a plan, I don't know. But he talked about this ratchet motherfucker for about 15 minutes, and that was way funnier than the material that he came in with. So I mean,
Nah, but you know who's funny, and he comes to Dallas all the time. Donnell Rawlings.
Oh yeah, Donnell Rawlings.
Rawlings funny.
Like,
He's funny as shit.
He's like one of. Man, I never went to Chappelle. I was supposed to go, but man, maybe. He wasn't on that until when he came to Dallas.
Yeah,
but no, I see him at the Improv when he goes there. But oof, man, he's tough.
You know who was? I knew he was funny, but seeing him live and this was a little while ago. Earthquake.
Yeah,
that nigga was funny.
But I love any of those comics that been around for like 20 years.
Right.
Because if you still around, your ass gotta be funny.
Yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. I saw him like, nigga is hilarious.
And just don't give a fuck too.
Yeah.
That's what make him even funny because he really does not give a fuck. It's almost as bad as Bruce. That's another cat that's funny as hell.
Yeah.
Bruce, he'll
he
murder.
slept on. I think Bruce is slept on.
Yeah, he is. That's another one that'll murder.
I always think Bruce is dead.
Why do you
always think he's dead? I'm sorry.
Why would
I
you
don't
go
know
to dead?
because in my mind there's an archetype of a celebrity who's fat as hell and was funny but is dead. Like Louis, what's his name? Louis fucking the white guy, Armstrong or no, that's a fucking saxophone. Louis, the comedian.
Anderson, Louis
Anderson, John Candy,
yeah,
Patrice O'Neal. Like I always somehow lump Bruce big ass into that. In with them. But I think the Mexican version died.
Not Fluffy.
Not Fluffy. There was another one.
Ooh.
Juan Villarreal.
I don't know.
One used to call everybody fuckers.
That is an essay thing.
It's very
fucking fuckers.
That's very essay of him to say that. But yeah, what's going on, good damn people?
Oh yeah, we just have a
didn't mean to start with comedian death.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, episode 122.
Did it feel like 120? No, it was 102. It felt like 102 outside.
Man,
Shit.
look, we were Kevin was editing that video, and then I started thinking about it. Like, damn, when would we do that? Episode 111. That was at least 11 weeks ago. Like
easily 2 months ago.
What do you guys do on a fucking Tuesday night? Apparently a show. But yeah, so we got a good show again coming up for you like always.
Of course. They should get used to this by now.
Jamal was on some goofy shit before we started recording, so this is gonna be a doozy. I just have a feeling. This retarded ass judgmental face.
That is judgmental faces comes through in the clutch, boy. You just see it. That is judging you all the way through that.
Judging McJudgerton over here. But let's just jump right on into it. These are the few things that we have on deck for today. We got our black highlight. Of course, we'll talk about that for a little bit. We had a fairly decent weekend. It was pretty cool.
Besides you making us lose in the motherfucking cornhole.
First of all, nigga, I scored the most points. Nah, fuck that.
Stop that. Don't you even start that shit. Yeah. Don't you do that.
You didn't beat a single male.
Dude, we only had a chance to play one. We went out there with a winning record.
And
some bullshit.
Yeah. You beat up on the women.
Wow.
Beat up on the women.
Wow.
Ran through them.
Wow.
Beat 2 straight female teams.
Wow.
Then some men's stepped up from West Texas.
Man, hey, I'm talking about these were some seasoned vets. That man, yeah.
When that some bitch hit like what? He hit all 4
in
a row.
And I was like, yeah. And I was like, hey, what's the score? He was like 18-6. I was like, yeah, that'll do. Yeah. So you telling me you gotta make just one?
Just one of these hoes. Just one of these.
Y'all got this one, man.
But yeah, it was still fun though. So yeah, we were at Reservoir Bar with Clay. Big ups to Clay.
Yeah, shout out to Clay. Man, yeah, y'all put on a good old function.
Yeah, it was out there with 103 The Fan, 105.3 The Fan. That's sports radio. Now I don't listen to it because I'm not a fucking Cowboys fan, or I don't.
I mean, it is what it is, but
right, yeah, I don't listen to a lot of Maverick talk just because I don't like to listen to other people's Maverick talk. Luca, you got some shoes to fill, buddy. Anyways, but nevertheless,
they're just white shoes. He'd be all right.
Just white shoes. Just white shoes.
It's the only kind of shoes the males have.
Yeah. Oh, shit. There you go. Hitler now. Huh? Jesus Christ. 999. Whatever, motherfucker.
It ain't right if it ain't white.
Man, look. We're going to be all right. We're going to trade one of these white boys on the Mavericks
for another white boy.
No, he ain't, dog.
What are you talking about?
Cal Corver, is he still playing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That seems like a very Mavs player.
That seems like gonna trade him for Tim Hardaway Jr. and some fries. Anyways, but yeah, so big ups to them. Like I said, it was a fun time just being out there.
Fourth annual
cornhole tournament. We were out there for a long time, drinking for a very, very long time.
They started so early, and Dinglebutt over here didn't believe that you had to be up there on time to get signed up.
Because I signed up online.
One of us was thinking with our brains and went up there early to be like, it got to be more to it than just signing up online, showing up like, hey, where do we play at? Yeah. There got to be some type of instructions. We get up there. I mean, I get there at 12:30. It's supposed to start at 1.
Right.
Get up there at 12:30. Walk in because there's no line really at first. It's like everybody kind of just walking in, kind of just walking around.
Right.
Go up to where the little booth is. Ask the lady, hey, when do we check in for our team? She was like, oh, just come back in about 15, 20 minutes. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Get to go inside, get me something to drink, order me something to eat, use the bathroom, come back, and it should be right, boom, boom, just, I go in there, give me something to drink, do all I need to do.
And it was just the right amount of people.
Man, walk back out, walk back out there, no bullshit. It went from no line to about 200 people in the line. Within like 10, 15 minutes. Yeah. And then that's why I called y'all. Like, man, look at this shit. Y'all, if you want to come up here, you better hurry the hell up.
Man, I was over there.
So, finally get set up for it. But no, it was a good thing. But I would say it was over 350 teams out there.
Damn, that's a lot of damn
that's
teams.
At least 2 people. That's 700, 800 people just playing.
Right.
And then not knowing who else they brought up there to kind of watch and and then just people seeing it. It was a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, it was. It was a good turnout. I mean, hell, it was a
goddamn
good
19-year-old won the shit.
For real?
Dude. Oh yeah, you left. Man, look.
Been on ESPN for that shit and all that.
We started fucking and I did not
fucking
think
ringers.
cornhole. I did not think cornhole was this fucking big. I thought again it was just a bar game. You go play and you just drink with it. But I should have known it's a bar game. So there's a lane for it like a motherfucker. I did not know it was that goddamn serious.
Oh yeah,
I'm telling white people.
White people corner the market.
Arm wrestling. There's an arm wrestling league.
Oh yeah, like for
they
legit.
will turn anything into like. And hey, kudos to them, right? They create these little avenues for people to make a living doing ridiculous things.
Yeah, because like what we learned on the weekend was the dude that was hosting it, like the guy that was kind of running the whole show. He goes around the country and just does cornhole for a living, like runs cornhole events and tournaments for a living. That's all he does. Like, and then the people that won, the 2 dudes that ended up winning, they both have been on ESPN playing, and I guess people from there's cornhole leagues around here. They knew they were coming in and let them stay at their house. The people they beat in the finals, they're staying with them in their house. Yeah.
Hell no. Somebody getting robbed that night. Nigga, you just won 3 racks, my nigga? Fuck that. Give me your shit, son. Give me your shit.
I'm talking about Babyface Killer, the 19-year-old. He came through in the clutch at the end.
They needed all 4 of them right there. The game would have still continued, but it's kind of like when we got our ass beat when the motherfucker went up 18-6 real quick. That shit happened just like that. It was like bam, 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 bam. Game over. Wait, huh?
And just damn, it's over. Have fans sitting out there. Well, shit, we was even watching that shit. So. But we was over there getting drunk. Shout out to Clay.
I was drunk as hell. I ain't gonna lie to you. I tried to stick with this one drink the entire time, knowing damn hell well what I was getting myself into. So again, if y'all have nothing else to do on any day, or if you do got something to do, somewhere to go, take your ass out the Reservoir Bar in the Toyota Music Factory in Irving.
In Irving, it's good. It's good kicking it.
Yeah, it's damn sure.
And said once it get cooler with that big old fields and stuff they got out there, where they'll have like a whole bunch of events out there. It's cool. It's a cool little setup.
Yeah, absolutely it is. But our black highlight for today, even though we're kind of late with that, but no big deal. You see it on the screen there, people. Jamal.
What?
I'll go ahead and show you just so you'll know.
African American highlight?
Yes. And it makes no sense because he didn't do anything except for the fact that his parents named his ass the coldest Crawford.
The coldest to ever do it.
The coldest.
The coldest middle name to ever do it, Crawford.
And that is his government name.
That is his good. Like I was fact checking.
You gotta be a corner. Right,
man.
I hope running back.
Corner. You
gotta be a skill position. I know that.
Just the mere fact.
You can't be like
Yeah, you can't be no. Well, you could be a D lineman.
And I'm almost certain his coach sent his ass out to do that interview. So that picture that you're seeing, damn the caption on it.
Yeah, send the coldest.
Yeah, send the coldest out there. You got to. Because it went viral. It did exactly what it's supposed to do. I guarantee you, their next game is gonna be packed like a motherfucker. Like we're looking for the coldest right now. You're gonna be signing autographs.
I guarantee you, in the next year, the coldest there's gonna be like 800 more babies named the coldest.
Yeah, exactly. If people name their baby Shaq after Shaquille O'Neal,
they might change the spelling up a little bit to make it seem more like a real thing.
Yeah,
but it's
gonna
really
happen.
the coldest.
It is gonna fucking happen. So big ups to the coldest
to
ever do it,
Crawford.
Man, for our black highlight.
I hope you make it to the league, brother.
You got to.
Man, that's an endorsement right there. Like as soon as you sign on the dotted line.
Right.
With the first pick.
With the first pick.
The Oakland Raiders select the coldest to ever do it.
Hey, if he's cold.
Say, hey, if he got that work, sign him up. You know what I'm saying? John Gruden's still gonna be there.
Yeah, this is for sure.
How old is the coldest?
He just like 15 or 16. I think he's like a sophomore or junior, somewhere around there. So, but big ups to him. You're our black highlight for the week. The coldest, Crawford. You motherfucker, you. Next up, what do we got? I don't even know what the fuck we got up next.
You're the one that put the.
That's also a good rap name, though.
I mean, yeah, it is. It could.
Actually, if you made it your rap name, it would be corny. But if it's your name.
Yeah.
If it's your actual fucking name, then there's something.
Well,
to it,
how
right?
can you get mad? This is my name.
Say no. This is they're narrow. The lanes are narrow.
What you want me to do?
I'm surprised you just start going with like D Crawford or.
I'm pretty sure you got a good name.
Crawford.
I'm pretty sure you got a.
DT Crawford has a nice little, ring to it.
Who?
DT Crawford.
That sounds like that that dude that robbed that plane and jumped out, and they never found him again. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, what's his name? What's his name? I know his name. Was it
DB Cooper?
DB Cooper. There you go. Yeah, DB Cooper.
Why did he get that brain cell from way in the back?
Do y'all think DB Cooper died doing that when he left?
No, he ain't died.
That motherfucker over there living a great life.
Yeah.
He probably is dead now, but
in the middle of nowhere in Oregon or some shit.
He was.
Yeah, he
chilling
probably
like
did now. That's just off of old age.
Yeah.
That's all. Yeah. They said I know he be watching that special like these motherfuckers still don't know.
Still don't know. Man, you talk about hitting
Now, what
the
if you
lick.
find out that the D and DB stood for the coldest? The coldest B Cooper.
The coldest B Cooper. Fuck it. I'm questioning this shit now. Now we got to look up to see if anybody else been named the coldest since before now. I know.
So I wonder, does he get shit for it at school or? Is
Come on now. Your name is Jamile. How much shit did you take for that?
Well, I went to all black schools, so everybody had.
I actually fit in.
Yeah.
We'll say Jawaka Tima was on us at our school.
I got picked on for being named Simon, but that's just it was an obvious. It's obvious.
You got picked on for being named Simon?
Yeah.
That's damn.
How many black Simons do you know?
You went to school with some cruel motherfuckers.
You got the whole Simon game too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to even sometimes say, Simon said.
But yeah.
It's the game.
Yeah, you start laughing, you're like, oh, I didn't mean like
Simon says what? Say it again. Say it again. Come again. Say what? But next topic we got up. We got new laws that actually just came out.
Yay!
Now, if you don't know shit, whenever there's a law that goes and it passes, typically September 1st is when most of these laws kick in, like the year after. Mm-hmm. So there are a few laws in the state of Texas, and there are a few out there, but none of them were kind of weird. But we got a few laws that just started here in the great state of Texas. I thought this first one is definitely, as y'all can see on the screen, is pretty damn funny. You are no longer allowed to send unsolicited nude photos.
What?
Yes.
Yeah. If you didn't ask for these nudes,
well, what is unsolicited like?
Meaning, so this is the thing. I think we either attempted to talk about it, we were supposed to talk about it, or we did. I can't remember. But there's a whole lane of people, or of guys rather, that will send nude ass photos. Just to random chicks. They'll just send pictures of themselves jacking off. Just to random ass chicks.
Oh, this got to be more because of these.
I mean, yeah.
The cyber, not bullying, but just kind of that shit, and then that kind of lane where online where you see him as a friend, you follow him. Oh,
What up, Ty? What up, Ty?
I'm gonna slide in their DM real quick.
Right. And niggas do that shit. Motherfuckers do that shit. And you know, some of these motherfuckers are just perverted that way. But you know, again, so
I mean, if they're doing this towards minors, then yeah, I mean maybe. But
well, you can't do that just in general.
Yeah.
Like,
but I mean, how you gonna make a law against sending like a text?
Because that's
like
fuck.
that?
You can't. So you.
I'm saying, but the law is not gonna stop a text from going through. Is what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
Nah,
but now you can be. Now it's
can,
a Class C misdemeanor. As you know, it pretty much.
Let me
says,
see all your text messages. You know what? Never mind.
I mean, shit. At this point, like, especially like, you know, and I think for the most part, it's more so like, okay, a woman gets a random dick pic, and if you've had this shit happen to you, women, you out there listening, by all means, let us know. But you get
terrible.
You get a random dick pic, and then all of a sudden, and you know, it's like, hey man, don't send me that shit no more. But the motherfucker send it to you like 10 times. It's like, okay, nigga, you need a ticket or something. That's pretty much what it is. It's just a Class C misdemeanor.
It says something to get, you know, make you, hey man, you gotta drop out a little bit.
I can go along with that.
It says if you're gonna send me dick pics, you gotta at least at least confine your ass.
Yeah. So you know, that's a new law that just came out. So you perverted motherfuckers that's out there doing that.
It's like a harassment thing.
Yeah. It's not like a hey, some chick you've been fucking with for the last 2 weeks and you just sent her a random ass dick pic just because you need some pussy. You know, it's not that. You know what I'm saying? We're talking, you know,
somebody you don't know.
Yeah, somebody just send you a friend request. You're like, oh, they look kind of cute, and you click like. Next thing you know, thanks for the ad. Thanks for the ad, shawty. Dick pic. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's for shit like that. Y'all niggas better not be out. You're doing it because it's a law now. Porch pirates. That's a new law that just came into play as well. Basically, stealing packages off porches. That is actually a felony now.
I would think.
Oh,
yeah.
Because I mean, you don't know what that could be. Even if it's in something small, it could be a ring or something that's worth something. I wouldn't
the fact
have
that
a
you're
ring
going on somebody's porch.
Yeah, that too. You know, that's trespassing and you stealing.
Right, exactly. You know, and you know that goes for the people especially that have like the little Ring doorbells and shit like that. Like,
I got one.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So you be able to look it up like, it was this motherfucker right here. Yeah, I know that face from anywhere. You know,
and if you're stealing some shit off a porch, like you really are. Sometimes you can tell what the package is. Like,
right.
But a lot of them packages, you taking like a risk.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
what if it's insolent?
I had somebody steal a package and had a ruler in that bitch. And I was like, a ruler. It was a ruler and a book, both of which I know that motherfucker did not have no use for. Right? So I know he opened that box
up. A trigonometry book?
Yeah, I know he opened that box up and like, why did I even? Like, what am I gonna do with this?
What the fuck am I gonna do with this?
Hey, go give it to. You need some school supplies. You need school supplies.
So that's a felony. So don't be stealing shit off people's porch. Alcohol delivery.
That's very irritating.
Alcohol delivery on the screen, if you can see it, it's going to be cut off. I'll just read it. Basically, restaurants, bars, or businesses with mixed beverage permit, they can deliver alcohol with food to homes or other premises.
Premises
off premises locations. Promises. So basically, hey, if you're on a restaurant,
the chick
3LW.
The chick with the lisp.
Promises.
She was cute too, and then she started talking like, "Shut up, shit."
You don't like lisp?
Oh my god,
man. I mean, if it's there, it's there, but like. I can't.
They juicy mouthed it.
Listen. Here's the deal. I am too immature to just really just actually have some type of relationship with a chick with a list, because at any moment, if we're having an argument and that
that's always gonna be a punchline.
No, nigga, if that shit come out, dog, I'm not mature enough to not talk about it. Like, well, see, I told you first of all, what with suffering succotash? What you say? Like I'm not mature enough to handle these kind of circumstances. So I mean,
I would think it would break the tension. I would hope. No, it wouldn't. I know, and that's just throwing gasoline on the fire.
The tip of the tongue, the teeth, and the lips. Man, fuck.
So then you definitely couldn't be with a girl who like stuttered.
Oh no! I'm not mature enough for that shit. I am not, because I would never take anything serious. I literally would never take anything serious.
You know, like people who are like that, it's usually, especially when they get angry.
Oh, it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Like, I don't have a stuttering problem per se, but yeah, if I get angry, nigga get to say. You know, I get to doing that shit real quick. So I know if somebody
that's actually called a stuttering problem.
Just not in a normal conversation. Jeez, man. You know, you ever just do like this, be like, shit, you ain't never did that before, you just got mad?
Yeah.
All right, so you got a stuttering problem too then.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to say I don't.
Fuck it. So if you want alcohol delivery, you can now do it in the state of Texas. Congratulations. Alcoholics Unite. Woohoo.
Woohoo. Yeah, cheers.
The next one up, brass knuckles. They're now legal to carry.
Oh, what?
I never got that in the first place. Why it wasn't.
If they let guns in, they should have let brass knuckles in.
Yeah, I guess it's fine. I mean,
but we've been concealed, hand
70s.
concealed state and all that, and brass knuckles. So you telling me if you caught me with a gun, concealed gun, I've been okay. But if you caught me with some brass knuckles, I'm going to prison.
I'm going to prison for some brass knuckles.
Come on now, let's make this shit common sense.
Yeah. And the last one is one that I think doesn't do any. It's not going to do anything. Basically, now you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes. Ooh, congratulations.
You had to be 21 to buy liquor, and we still got that before we were 21.
Exactly. It's not going to do anything. It's like, okay.
If there's a will, there's a way.
Hey, mister, can you go buy me some cigarettes? Nigga, how much you give me, though?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Don't go. Yeah.
That's a felony, by the way.
Yeah, it is a felony.
But yeah, so there are the new laws right there for the state of Texas. Congratulations, Texas.
It's not going to cut down any smoking.
It's not going to cut down anything.
Thank you, Texas.
There you go.
I want to abide.
Now, the next thing we got up, we have Dave Chappelle's new stand-up.
It's very good.
It's very good.
It's he's been catching backlash. He's been hiding up on the rock. Dave Chappelle has been catching hell.
Man,
has he?
Yes, he has.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't say it's. They said I wouldn't say it was catching hell.
Okay.
It just in my opinion, there's a lot of sensitive ass motherfuckers out there.
It is.
And those are the ones that are quote unquote giving them hell. It said, but the thing about it, the more they say negative stuff about it, the more the masses goes and watches It's having any
like
opposite
I was about to say,
effect.
I haven't seen a video about it that had less than like 5 million views. So, and you know, a lot of that's going to Netflix too.
Yeah.
You know, like if people see this conversation, they're like, well, let me see what they're talking about.
I got Netflix. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, it's the name of it. It like, the name of it is called Sticks and Stones. Okay, now
right off the bat, like that's
off the bat. But see, before I watched it, I didn't pay attention to the name of it. I was just like, okay, Dave Chappelle, I'm gonna fucking watch it. He's top 5. Motherfucker done moved up to top 3 at this point for me. But you know, so you know, I'm like, okay, Dave Chappelle's here. I'm gonna fucking watch it. Hell, I sent y'all the link when the shit first dropped. I'm like, shit, here we go. Let's get it. And man, so I didn't pay no attention to the title, Sticks and Stones. And again, if you've been retarded your whole life, sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you. That's always that old little cliche phrase or whatever that parents used to use or school teachers used to use back in the day whenever people were getting bullied, I guess, if you will. So with that title, it sets you up for shit that he was talking about. Like, he literally went into, I don't know.
He went to how everybody, this council meeting, you know, how everybody wants to come back at you. Doesn't matter how far that shit is back, we're going to get you for something you did. Could be minor, could be major, whatever it is, but they trying to get you for that. He went in on the LGBT community it was in a thought. If you really sat there and listened to it, it was thoughtful. It wasn't just him just bad like I'm mad at you for getting like
he wasn't up there like old buddy from Seinfeld like you're a nigger, aren't you? You're a nigger. No, he wasn't doing that. Like, he was making a point.
I'll tell you one thing. Now, I don't know to what extent his description of that community was true, like in terms of their relationship with each other.
Right.
But it was
but if it had any merit to it, then I learned a lot because I didn't know nothing about how any of them felt about each other. And maybe it's not. Maybe it's.
Well, I mean,
I mean,
it's just something he made up.
It's just like that bullshit. Like again, stereotypes. Like it's just like that bullshit when people say, "Oh, all black people like fried chicken." Yes, but all white people like fried chicken too. You know what I'm saying? Like you may not eat it because it may not be healthy for you, but you'll fucking like it. It's delicious. So it's just little, I guess, tongue in cheek shit that he was kind of going over, but he still caught flack. Now, and
to me that was basically why he called Sticks and Stones. Like, regardless of the fact, you're gonna get offended by this, so I might as well go up here and say what the fuck I want to say.
Might as well say it.
Because you're going to be mad at me regardless.
Yeah.
And
check already cleared.
Yeah, that shit is in the bank.
Well, if you said that on his last stand-up, I get paid for the attempt. You know what I'm saying? That's what I get paid for.
And he said it right on the Netflix special, too. He's like, just know, if you're offended by this, just know you clicked on my face.
Yeah. And you knew exactly what the fuck.
You made this choice.
Exactly.
How you going to be mad at me for you making this choice to watch me?
Right, exactly.
If you've been knowing this about Chappelle. If you seen or grew up or you even watched Chappelle show and stuff like that, you know he's going to push the envelope. That's what he does. He wouldn't be around this long if he didn't.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And like I said, and some of the shit that he was saying, that's not even close to being the worst shit that he's ever said.
But it really, honestly, they're just kind of holding them. And I get it, because the person who's the most famous is going to be get the most attention. So, but I've heard other comedians who aren't, necessarily
in that realm.
They're not famous like he is. They have like a little following, but they're not like that.
Right.
I've heard them. They say if you go to a comedy club, there's all kinds of people saying,
"Man, look,
all kinds of shit that's way worse than anything."
And I frequent.
He said,
I frequent those. Well, I used to frequent those things in comedy clubs and just open mics and shit like that. Because one time I attempted to do it, but it was like I said. You're gonna hear far worse shit, and sometimes you need to hear worse shit. You know, like one of his jokes, the one that I thought stuck out, at least to me, is, how he was talking about whenever he was doing a Chappelle show, which was 15 years ago. Congratulations. I just aged you motherfuckers. But, when he was doing the Chappelle show, how, he had a skit and, he got, I guess, ridiculed by the producers by saying, faggot. That's the word that he was using when referring to gay people.
Standards and practices. He had to go see the people.
Yeah,
got caught up to the office.
And I'm not. This is not the exact line, but basically, what he was saying was to whoever he was talking to. He said, "Hey, look, why is it that I can say nigga every 5 seconds, but I can't say faggot?" Well, Dave, you're not gay. Dave, you're not gay. And he said again, and this part is I quote, "Well, I'm not a nigga neither." See, it's circumstances like that. It's like, well, wait a minute. Like, what makes you decide that it's okay for somebody to sit up here and go, nigga, 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 but somebody can't say faggot, 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 faggot.
And I get what not to cut you off on that one, but that you would think the whole special was about him kind of just bashing
everybody.
Bashing gay people, because those are the ones that, for the most part, was most offended that I've seen and all that. So you would think it was a whole, he talked about your gun right rule. Second Amendment. Mm-hmm. He talked about the opioid and stuff like that. It's like, hey, is that white folks? It said your white folks look like us niggas in the 80s.
Yeah.
And what he said, and I see. I don't really care. Just say no. How hard is that? And buckshot.
And like I said, that whole stand-up is not an educational lesson by any stretch of the imagination, but it does add some type of perspective. Like, I'm not one, like when people was going out when Black Panther first came out, and it was like, oh, Wakanda's for this. Look, it's a fucking movie. You enjoy the movie. So, but same thing with Chappelle's show. Not Chappelle's show. Chappelle's stand-up. Hey, it's a stand-up. Enjoy the stand-up. Now, Chris Rock has been getting away with this kind of routine since forever. It's just obviously when Chris Rock really started doing it, people were not as sensitive as they are now. So, like I said, he just picked up the stick and ran with it. No pun intended. Sticks and stones, man.
Yeah, like I said, Dave Chappelle's in that GOAT status. Mm-hmm. And I said, at this point, you're never gonna make everybody happy. So you might as well just go out there and do what the hell you want to do.
Do what the hell you want to do,
and let the masses take it from there.
Right.
But he knew it was gonna catch something, and
right,
I mean, but it is what it is. It's his core fans and even people that are new to him. I mean, if like you say, if you didn't get it, then you didn't get it, and it's not for you.
Right.
But the ones that do get it, you get it. Like
right.
And outside of that, like, man, keep it moving, man. Y'all.
Right.
And stop being, it said on the cool, it's like, at the end of the day, stop being so motherfucking sensitive. Why are we mad about something all the time?
Right. That's
then you see, because you always see people, oh man, I'm just trying to bring happiness into my life, and all I want is positive energy. And but 15 minutes, like, oh man, I'm mad at this. Like, nigga. This is the opposite of what you were just saying. Like, if you want positivity in your life, you're gonna go trying to be positive. You're not gonna try to draw negativity to you. So yeah,
see,
man.
but I wonder how much of that is real.
Of what people saying positive shit.
Yeah, because I mean, the vast majority of people, the vast majority of people are just gonna see it and either laugh or not like it, and just they're not gonna like complain about it though.
Right.
It's like. You watch anything else, and sometimes you like it, and sometimes you don't, and it's just you don't go write a letter to the fucking to the producer.
Like I never understood that kind of shit.
But I think it might just get more press because of social media, and it's easier to get that message out there. But then sometimes I even think sometimes I think these companies even push it though.
Of course, of course.
Like that.
That's what Easy say. All publicity is good publicity.
Yeah, so like. Netflix knew just looking at it. I'm sure they saw it before they released it. Okay, this is gonna
ruffle somebody's feathers.
Yeah. So when they see that reaction, it's not that they're creating it themselves, but they have a whole social media team where they can push something that is already existing out there. So, and they just care about getting it in front of your eyeball because. It's gonna be one of the first things that pops up when you open Netflix.
Oh yeah, it's the originals.
Yeah,
and it's gonna be right there
every time.
So
and controversy creates cash. Shout out to Eric Bischoff, which is a phenomenal book.
And it accomplishes the main goal that they have is if you create your original content on your streaming service, and you have something that everybody's talking about. Now the people who don't have it. Gotta find a way to get it. Either they get somebody's password, or
that's typically what people do.
Yeah, but at least some of them are gonna actually, make their own subscription. So that's what they're trying to do. So,
oh yeah,
I see you.
I
respect the game.
Yeah, I mean,
the game has been. Yeah, they figured it out a long time ago. Yeah, we were slow to catch up to that shit.
Yeah, this is very true. So big ups to Chappelle. Keep doing your thing. Also, speedy recovery, Kevin Hart. I mean, that sucks.
Kevin Hart.
He got in a car wreck, like a bad one. That nigga had back surgery and some more shit.
On Saturday?
Where was he at?
He was at his crib, and he took out one of his partners was driving his whip, and they took it out for a spin. Somebody was drunk. I mean, let's just be honest here. They haven't said it yet, but somebody was drunk. Kevin wasn't driving, so he was all right as far as that's concerned. But yeah,
they went off the road and went into a ditch.
Yeah,
there was 3 people in the car. The third person, the driver, his partner, and Kevin got injured. The person in the back didn't get injured.
All that means is somebody had on a seatbelt, somebody didn't. So, wear your seatbelts, people. But yeah, speedy recovery to you, Kevin.
Yeah, man.
If you did have them on your seatbelt, you still got fucked up, you're a midget. Shit happens. But
yeah, I don't think they said it was life threatening, but
I'm about to write a book about this.
Oh, you finna come out with a new damn stand-up here.
I
almost died. Man, look, if he turned the cheating scandal into a stand-up that I went to, I'm going to the next one now.
And I'm a Kevin Hart fan. I didn't think that one was that funny.
Well, it was a little different. The Netflix was different, a tad bit different than what it was in Dallas. But I'm not gonna lie to you. After about the first 45, 50 minutes, I was drunk at that point, so really didn't remember most of it. But it was still funny. I was still laughing. But like I said, speedy recovery though, Kev. No big deal there. Other topic we got up before we get to sports.
Sports.
Mexico has okayed recreational cocaine usage.
Hey.
Now, is this the now?
They say, hey, they trying to.
You can get a whole different kind of taco now.
I want the taco with the works.
Right on top, just start eating.
Flour tortilla, but
extra flour, please.
Now, there. I've seen a few stories about this, like recently, and this is kind of the thing that, again, everybody. It kind of goes back to like, why everybody's so sensitive. Everybody has a lane, right? Now, everybody knows about marijuana and CBD and all this other shit starting to become legal throughout the greater United States and other countries, and so on and so forth. Now, this is what you run into when you have these circumstances as well, because, again, everybody has a lane. So now, cocaine, it's your turn. But they were trying to justify it by having some type of medical benefit, like for a little shit, like nothing, like if you need to have surgery, get stitches on your mouth or something to that effect. You use cocaine, rub it in, numb it out, and be good to go. Like, wait a minute, hold on. How's that an effective medical treatment?
Back in the day, they did use it as. That was kind of the use of it before somebody had that bright idea to.
Let me slide this in my nostrils.
And man, got to whoa. There's something to this.
Man, look. Hell no.
Come on. Let's start another tribe.
I've watched too many movies, and yes, this is why I don't like flying on airplanes and shit too. I've watched too many movies to where cocaine does not end up well. So I just leave cocaine like
yeah, you don't want to be
I said, and I said this to y'all. I said, man, if there was some, I've been really high on some weed, like really high.
Right.
And it's like, if there's something past this.
Yeah, like what?
Whoa. My sensories can only take so much, man.
I'm not,
no. I said, motherfucker might lose his goddamn mind.
No, I'm not.
Because that has happened, like people that smoked wet and all that, like they've, that embalming fluid. No,
no.
I don't know why people do, but this is what they do. And like they never came back. Like they lost their mind and they were lost forever.
Funny story about that. The cat, it was a cat I went to middle school with. I forgot the nigga name, but yeah, I didn't know what embalming fluid was at that point. I didn't even know what weed was. And he was talking about smoking embalming fluid. Of course, that nigga did not live past middle school. I'll show y'all the yearbook because I got a rest in peace on the nigga picture. And he did not live past middle school smoking that shit. I'm like,
and seen like one of my roommate in college, his cousins and them did that shit. And he's like, man, there was one day that they did that. He said to a man, there was 4 of them in the car. They were all on it. They all said there was a dragon chasing them down 75.
Ooh, them niggas hired a bitch.
All 4 of them said the same story. And I was like, yeah, I don't want that.
Yeah, no, I'm good with that.
I'm good.
With that. It was bad enough about them THC pills and the little army man in the corner and shit, but nigga, I see a dragon, it's going down. Look, dragon, let me explain something to you.
Like I said, but being weed high is still, you kind of know, you're still functional for the most part. That's scary. Like because you don't know what you would do if you're really thinking you're seeing that shit, and that could just be somebody else, and you shoot them or something like that, and man, I was high. No, nigga, you gotta go. You have to go to prison.
That has happened. That has happened.
Like, motherfuckers eating bath salt and biting people's face off.
What is that? I don't mind being high, but what is that extra level of like you want to be? What is? I don't know what that is.
Yeah, and I don't think we ever will know because I'm not gonna go down that road.
They testing out that zombie juice. Let's see if this shit really works.
The Purge.
And motherfuckers with zombies.
The Purge. It's coming, ladies and gentlemen. It's coming.
I didn't get that shit.
But yeah, so Mexico did it, and it was just on some misdemeanor type shit. But they said it was okay for 2 gentlemen to go ahead and do recreational cocaine because of the quote unquote medical benefits. not gonna lie to you, Mexico, you're a great country to go visit, but you know, you're not the most progressive country out there in the world.
Damn. That's a progressive move right there. Which, I mean,
yeah.
Have you been to one place in Mexico?
I've been to 3 places in Mexico.
What?
Barely. Nigga, you was on the beach.
You was on the beach. That ain't Mexico.
Exactly.
That's the United States of Mexico.
My bad. I didn't want to go to intermingle with motherfuckers.
That's like going to
understand.
fucking Galveston and being like, yeah, I've been to Texas. It's like, yeah, kind of.
Man, look, like I said, hey, goddamn it, if I'm gonna go there, I'm gonna go there that way. I don't need to feel like I don't get that whole let's go where the locals is. Leave the motherfucking people alone. I don't even like going to downtown Dallas.
Leave them motherfuckers.
Leave them
the fuck alone. Like, go do what you got. If you want to go on the beach.
You listen to the stereotypes for real, huh?
I'm just saying, leave people the fuck alone. Like, if somebody come to Garland, don't come talk to me.
Leave them alone. Nobody's going up like attacking. I'm like,
ooh. Whoa, I've never seen a real Mexican.
Let me touch you local.
You will be surprised, man. You will be surprised.
Nobody's doing that.
When I went on a cruise, there was a group of white
Especially
people.
when you go out the country, man. You don't be like wanting to like get in nobody's space because you know everybody got different standards.
You know, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Leave them fucking people alone.
Well,
no, I don't mean like don't acknowledge that they're human beings or anything. I'm just saying like leave people the fuck alone. Like people will go out there again. The few times that I've been, like people will go out there and they'll, hey, how's it going? Would you like to take a picture of us? Get your motherfucking ass on the other side of the damn the beach and leave folks alone. Maybe they don't want to take a picture of you. Ask your white friend to take a picture of you or something. Damn. Leave people alone.
This is anger.
It's not an angry thing.
I mean, that was a pretty good meddling rant right there.
But my point is, like, if that's the case, then don't even go to the country. Like, what's the point of
going somewhere and you don't want to experience the actual country? When I went to Puerto Rico, the best food and the best time we had was when we were kicking it with the locals.
Man, look.
Okay. We went to this spot and it was like 6th Street. I mean, it's like we were just bar hopping.
But then you have to ask yourself the question: is that really kicking it with the locals, or is it part of the tour?
No. We went to the tourist spot, and that was in Old San Juan. When we came back,
Puerto Rico.
Because we asked the driver, he's like, man, hey, where do y'all? I was like, where do y'all kick it at? Not where. You drop us off at, and then y'all go kick it. I said, no, where do y'all kick? He's like, man, it's not too far from where we were staying. He's like, man, yeah, you just get a taxi, they'll take you over there about 5-10 minutes. He's like, man, you can really just go from bar to bar and have some fun. Like I said, the first bar, he said, me being me, my attention is on 20 when I'm out. I'm not just nonchalant out there. So when I felt a little uncomfortable in some of that first spot because they were looking at my wife and I'm looking at them like nigga. Yeah. So I was like, and she was having fun. So I was like, hey, finish your drink. We'll go to the next spot. And it wasn't that
we just moving around.
It was just because I could feel that tension.
Right.
But the next spot we went to was this like kind of little hole in the wall spot. And they were playing some Louisiana bump music. I was like, we were just walking. I was like, man, how's love? Like, we hearing what the fuck we think we hearing? We walked around to that hole, and I mean, they were having a whole bunch of fun. So we went up in there and we basically stayed in there for the rest of the night. Whole bunch of dancing, drinking, and having fun, and made it home, no problem. And we kicked it with the locals. That was all the people that were from God damn it. The concierge or whatever at the hotel, he was there.
That's definitely pronounced concierge.
Concierge. I'm sorry, concierge. He was there, so I was like, oh, this is really where y'all really kick it at. So we saw a whole bunch of people like, yeah, had some fun. Go kick it with the locals, man. You just get that motherfucking bit of beer face out your face and you probably have more fun.
Head ass.
Talk about leaving people alone, which really translates into leave me alone, motherfucker.
Leave me alone.
I'm not the most social person. I'm sorry.
Foreign motherfucker.
I'm not. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with being foreign or not.
I'm in your country talking about leave me alone.
I'm just not the most social person. Like I get along with people. That's not a lie. That's the truth. Not everybody's as introverted as you, Kevin. But so shout out to Mexico. Cocaine is now a thing. Well, let me rephrase that.
Been a thing.
Yeah. Cocaine is your state flag or nation's flag.
But at least now, part of the thing they were saying is now they can study it in different ways.
Right.
They haven't really been allowed to since it's been illegal. So
Right.
even though it is used in some pharmaceuticals, but whatever. That's just
Or Coca-Cola.
That's just a cover.
Right. So big ups to that.
Yeah.
Real quick before we go on to sports, this weekend we have cars and cannabis. Yes, that's right. I said it. Cars and cannabis. This is where we are, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to actually be in Allen this weekend at American Shaman CBD. That video is about to drop from episode 111. Shout out to Kevin for all that good shit that he's doing.
Appreciate you.
So we're gonna be there this weekend. Jamile, you gonna be there this weekend?
Oh,
yeah, there you go.
So that motherfucker might be.
What part of the weekend we talking about?
Sunday at 4.
Oh,
no, that sounds like a Saints game. That sounds like a Saints game.
Hey, the only reason why we're going because the Raiders play on Monday. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Actually, Saints play Monday too.
Oh yeah, y'all. Oh, you're part of the double hitter. Y'all the first game.
Who y'all got?
We got Houston.
No,
who just traded half their team, but
But again, Cars and Cannabis this Saturday, September 8th, 4 p.m.
I think it's at home.
We are going to be there this weekend. Address, as you can see it on the screen. If you're looking on the screen, and if you're listening to the audio, you're probably too late anyways. 549 West McDermott in Allen, Texas. 75013. Basically, we're just going to be out there.
It's right next to the police station.
Right next to the police station. What was the LA Fitness? What is it?
And right between.
Or Fitness Connection.
Fitness Connection.
Yeah. As soon as you exit off 75, it is right there.
It's right there to your right.
You don't even make it to the light. But like I said, we're going to be out there just looking at a few cars, talking to a few people, taking some pictures, et cetera, et cetera. But, come on out there.
Getting high on CBD.
Shake a hand, make a friend. Yeah. I can't wait to smoke some more of that. That was
Relieve your pain, man.
Yeah. And I'm probably pass a CBD joint to a cop.
Ooh, I challenge you to do that.
If there's somewhere around there.
We need that to be like the show.
Oh man, look here. We're gonna blur out your name and everything. Fuck your face, you're dead anyways. But it's like,
I want badge number and everything.
Well, say this nigga
Officer
did it.
number 03526.
Fair enough. Now, to what exactly it is that we actually do. Sports. This is the NFL preview part of it. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen,
it's back.
It is here.
Now we're here. Now we're in
the meat and potatoes.
Yes, not doing mini camp.
I've been saying this shit for like 6 weeks.
Exactly.
What the fuck? Don't do me like that. Now
this is finally week 1.
Man, y'all
we got a game in actual less than 48 hours. A real game.
Who's the first Thursday game?
Green Bay and Chicago. Kick off 100 years.
Oh, they starting off lineage that way?
Yeah, I mean, you better. Chicago's one.
Watch your back, Aaron. You know how you like to come out in game 1 and get a spinal injury. And then
all the way in the spinal game?
I'm just saying, you know how you always get some fucking catastrophic injury and then blames everybody else for it.
Promise.
It was your play calls.
Promises.
And
Randall Cobb was open.
So we got Chicago, Green Bay first game. But what we want to talk about, we like we said last week, we're going to do division winners just this week. And because me personally, I don't like going to who's going to make the playoffs and shit like every little line. It's like, hey, let's pick
because you don't know.
No, it's because
we're just guessing.
We're guessing the whole entire time. But I want division winners and just end all be alls. Division winner, end all be all.
End all be all.
Wait, what the fuck does that mean?
The Super Bowl winners.
So you do want the nuances. What the fuck, man?
No, because it's like, this person, this team is going to make the playoffs. This team is going to do this. They're going to go in as a wild card. They're going to, fuck that. Who's winning the division?
Then you have to have wild cards with that.
Obviously you do. But also, who do you think? Wild cards typically don't win the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, they do.
Typically, they do not.
They have.
Of course it happens.
More than one occasion.
Of course it happens. It's 100 years. So the odds of it, a wild card team is going to fucking win a Super Bowl. Multiple wild card teams are going to win a Super Bowl. However, I just want to talk division winners right now because that's the first thing that you need to do. So, first division we want to start with NFC West.
Boo.
I mean,
go ahead.
Fuck them all.
Why fuck them all?
That's just him.
It's just the arrogant division. Arrogant.
Are they?
But who you want to start with? The Arizona?
Yeah, let's start with Arizona because I think we all.
This is my dumpster fire candidate.
There you go. Okay.
They have all the makings of a dumpster fire. A coach in over his head. A defense that's falling apart. An offensive line that's shaky.
At best,
a 5'9" quarterback, a 40-year-old receiver. Like there's just so many things that are not good, and it's not going to be Kyler's fault, even though he's going to suck. But it's going to be,
no, it's going to be a collective. Yes,
it's going to be a collective effort for him sucking. So
I think he's going to put up some numbers just because that since the offense it is tailor made for him and. Most likely they're going to be behind in a lot of games, so he's going to have to chunk the ball a lot to try to be in the game or come back in the game or something like that. So I said, I think they'll be entertaining because they got some speed out there at receiver outside of Fitz. But, that offensive line is terrible. And like I said, I don't believe in that motherfucker failed up. Cliff Kingsbury failed up.
Right.
And that's usually never a good recipe to being a great head coach. Like, I was terrible at this last stop. I'm going to be better here. Like, no, they usually want to be good.
That's not how that works.
or show some signs of being good. And, like, he started at Tech. He started off good. And every time they played good teams, that motherfucker record was like 3-35 against teams with a winning record.
I always just felt like if you really wanted that air raid offense, why not just hire Mike Leach?
I think Mike Leach is.
I think he likes his college.
I think he's like gave that middle finger to the league.
Probably, but I'm saying like that would be if I was going to go that route. Use a person who has been successful doing it, rather than a person who has failed trying to copy it, basically.
Right.
So I never really got that. I was like, if you want to do that, and Leach has experience leading a program which is underrated, right?
Yeah, and winning.
Yeah.
Like he got Washington State ranked in the top 10 last year.
Yeah, if you can get Texas Tech and Washington State in the top 10, you're doing something.
Right. So
because you're not going to get the best athletes at them schools.
No, you're going to get Wes Welker.
Next team up, San Francisco 49ers.
And as being a Raider fan, it's going to sound like I'm hating. In a bit I am.
Alert.
But really I'm buying that they're going to be better than last year. But am I buying this that they can win a division and shit like that? Like, no.
The 49ers?
Yes.
No.
That's exactly. That's my thing. How everybody's like they're gonna make that jump to maybe a wild card team or even contending for the division. And I'm like, can Garoppolo play 16 games in one season yet? One time before you even say that?
Right.
Yeah, and is he even good? Because we haven't really seen him play.
He had a horrible preseason.
So
and you came from New England where we've seen backup quarterbacks do great there and then go somewhere else and be trash.
Just because you had a good preseason in New England, like that doesn't mean that doesn't mean anything.
I said they have the writings of it 8-8, 7-9, 9-17 written all over them. I said I feel like they're gonna be better just on the mere fact. I do like Kittle. I do like Debo, Debo Sanders, Samuel. I'm sorry, the dude from South Carolina. I wanted the Raiders to pick, but they got him in the second round, and I knew he was going to be off the board.
Right.
But there are some things that I do like, but like I said, Bosa. Are we going to not acknowledge that this nigga is fiberglass? Like he's been hurt for like a year straight right now.
Yeah, I mean it's
like
he's a Bosa,
and it said. And he said, at Ohio State, don't get me wrong, he clown. He's a good talent. His hand placement and all that shit is phenomenal. But it's always something. Yeah. Something's wrong with him, this, that, and the third. Be healthy. And said, we're going to see if that defense is better than what it was, and I'm still not sold on all they receivers. They really just got Goodwin, and maybe Debo's going to be good. We don't know how good. He's a rookie. And then opposite of that, you got Kittle, but, I mean, I'm going to try to stop Kittle and let me see if anybody else can beat me.
Right.
And
then
I don't love their running backs either.
And McKinnon, he's
he's
out for the he's out for the season already. He tore his ACL last year and did something to it in training camp, and he's out for the season.
Gone. He finna get cut. Los Angeles Rams.
I still think they're the class of the division. I mean, I think they'll draw back just a little bit, just on the mere fact of, I mean, that's kind of just you usually don't go 13-3 2 years in a row. But other than that, I think they're still the class of the division. I think they got the best running back. Yeah, they got the best running back in the division. And they got the second best quarterback in the division. He's getting paid almost damn near like he's
what you say earlier, Ma, how much was finna get paid now, that extension?
Golf?
Jared Goff, yeah. there it is right there.
Yeah, he got that one. He got
134 milli.
Yeah.
110 guaranteed. 110.
Oh.
That means that last year is the only one that's not guaranteed.
Yeah. What you got on? What you got on?
Breeze just picked up his badge. He's going back to the gym today. I gotta go work off some steam.
What you got on Rams, Ma? What you got on?
I think they're gonna come back. I think the Seahawks are gonna win this division. Okay.
I do like that pickup of Clowney.
Yeah, I mean, and I kind of trust Pete Carroll to kind of use him the way
he's meant to be used.
Yeah, because he hasn't been he's been a good player, but he hasn't been that
number one overall,
that dominant guy that you were hoping to get at number one. So I'm hoping Pete Carroll can. Well, actually, I'm kind of the football part of me wants to see him get to his peak, but then it's like he's in the NFC.
Now, is that because of J.J. Watt that he was out there with Watt, or just because he just hasn't?
No, that's on him. I mean,
and I think it was more of scheme because he came from a 4-3, and then they used him kind of in that hybrid kind of 3-4. And
that's true.
Never always when he was his best, he always had his hand in the dirt.
Yeah,
and they always kind of had him kind of not saying that he can't do that because obviously he's a freak of nature as an athlete. You kind of want to use that.
That's true because I remember when he came out, I was kind of a little not sad, but like disappointed that he went to them. Because I was like, I don't want to see him in a 3-4 because now he's going to be all like trying to learn some new shit.
Yeah, and then he's dropping in the coverage.
Yeah, just sit him on the edge and let him go.
Let him eat. See ball, get ball, man.
So,
all right.
But as far as the Rams, I think they'll take like Simon said, a little step back. I still think they're a playoff team.
Yeah, I think it between them is
11, so I could see like
10-6, 11-5 right there.
Yeah, I could see the Seahawks win like 12 games and they win 11, or 10 and 11 or something like that.
I think they're two playoff team out of that division.
I think the Rams defense might be a little. I don't know. Their defense has always just been a little suspect, even though it's weird because at times they look dominant. And then other times they just no, you can just
and they got Wade as their defensive coordinator, so you would think
right.
So
that's my Madden team,
but teams kind of kind of shut down a little bit on Goff as the season went on and on. They kind of learned where they were going with the ball and all that, so they might force him to do some other things and grow a little bit. He might be up to it, so we'll see. He's still a young quarterback, so if he takes a leap, then that prediction just kind of gets blown out. They might win 13, 14 games.
Fair enough.
But then, how much Gurley do they get? Is he going to –
Well, they drafted another running back so he can kind of split on there and not wear him out as much as they did last year.
Still got Malcolm Brown there, and they actually paid him to stay. So, so I'm guessing they're going to split his carries. But
Gotcha. So you said you got Seattle winning this division.
Yeah,
man. They got the best quarterback. Best quarterback. They got a good run game, and we don't know how good they're going to be on defense. But this is one of those defenses where they've kind of reloaded, and so you don't really know everybody except for like the big names like Bobby Wagner.
Sure.
But everybody else is a relative unknown, and we'll find out if these
Bobby Wagner's 99 on Madden, baby.
We'll find out if they're going to be like the Seattle defenses of old, or if they just be okay.
All right. You said you got who?
I have the Rams.
But yeah, Russell's magic. So
yeah.
I'm going with Jesus, man. I'm siding with Jesus.
That's a good
Yeah,
choice.
I'm still on the Rams with this one.
I got you. NFC South.
Oh, this is a good one.
Jamal,
you can start it off.
Yeah. Let's just give him that respect and let him start off with the Saints.
Or you can go from the bottom to the top like we just did that.
I mean, this could be the best Saints roster that we've ever seen. Like, I mean, they've got that kind of potential now. You got to go out and do it, and their schedule is it's pretty tough. There's not too many breaks in it. Later in the season, there's some soft ones, but for the most part, they start off pretty with playoff teams, basically every week. But offensively, they got Jared Cook, so he's going to kind of balance the field between Thomas, Kamara, and Cook on a lot of these pass patterns. They have some other young receivers who they say they like. Teams always say that, so we'll see how much of that is true and how much is just coach speak or
fluff.
Yeah. And then defensively, I really like that trade they made for Kiko Alonso.
Yeah.
Because they already got
even with the steroids.
Hey man, we needed one though. Every great defense needs a roided up, out of control. You need your Dennis Rodman.
You're right.
You need that Romanowski. You know what I'm saying? Like you just need. He's a little out of control. We can kind of just keep him under control a little bit. But they already got a dog in Demario Davis at linebacker. And the thing I love about when I look at a linebacker, I just want somebody that when they feel the running back stops. It's not like, this leaking, I'm going to fall forward for 3 yards. Like, no. You go backwards when some linebackers hit you. And other guys just make the tackle, which is fine. But Kiko is one of those dudes. Now, you're going to get a couple personal fouls. It's going to be
you got to deal with that shit.
Yeah. So, we'll see. But beyond that, like our secondary, the whole secondary has been together. This is their third straight year together. With I guess Apple just got there last year, but Von Bell, Lattimore, Marcus Williams. So that seems like a strong unit. The only thing is, Sheldon Rankins. He's just coming back from his Achilles.
Eli Apple is he still starting?
Yeah.
Okay, that's y'all weak spot.
Nah, he was good last year though.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say he was decent. I don't know, good.
I mean, we made stops, so that's what I base it on.
All right. Panthers.
Panthers.
They're the enigma of the group.
No, they're not. I know these people. All right, I know him.
You like that black cop that pulls over a black driver? Yeah, I know this guy.
Just one more nigga on the street.
Hate my guns because they black. I hate black pepper.
You say that, but they started off fast, and then last year, once Cam got that T.J. Watt blow to his shoulder, they season went downhill because he was never healthy after that.
Yeah, but. I still wonder because if he's not going to run as much, how because he'll still be effective. I'm not saying he's not going to be able to, but that's a whole different dimension that he brought, and they really do use it a lot. Like people don't kind of talk about it; they just kind of they're always looking for these like, well, how much is Lamar Jackson going to run or whatever. Like we already have a dude who's basically been running the option for like 7 years, and they have 4 or 5 design runs, leading the league in goal line touchdowns and all that kind of stuff. So they lean heavily on him, and if he's not right, he already went out in preseason. Why even playing Cam Newton in preseason? Sprains his ankle or his foot. His foot sprains his foot. So now he's already limping into the season.
Yeah,
they said he was good. They said it wasn't a major.
Of course, what they gonna say?
Yeah,
I get that.
What they gonna say? He
it's
called us crying because his foot was the size of a fucking garage.
And how that nigga dressed, he probably was crying. I'm just saying.
Owie.
Ow.
But it said to me, I was taking New Orleans, of course, to take the division again. And my sleeper team was the Atlanta Falcons. And it said, and Hear me out on this one. Because like last year, they probably have maybe second or third most players on the IR. Like damn near every good player defensive wise was on the IR last year for them. So they were what you call it. Not quietly, actually, he had a pretty damn good year last year. Matt Ryan threw for over 4,000, had 30 touchdowns.
Yeah, good fantasy season.
Yeah. Oh, great fantasy season. But
fuck you, Ryan.
And they're
like, this is my thing about it. Quiet has kept their when all their defense is out there. Their defense is pretty good. I'm not gonna say they're just stingy and they're the 85 Bears, but they're gonna make you work for something. And if you go down to that dome with them. Ass.
What? It's gonna be half full.
I ain't talking about they fans.
Everybody gonna be late.
Look, we don't need your biased opinion right now.
Them motherfuckers are gonna give you a game.
This is their pregame for the fucking Snoop Dogg concert.
Wait, you see how we purposely didn't say nothing about your goddamn team? So we talking about every other team in the division.
I was just talking about the Falcons. That was
but I'm saying earlier.
But we know that's y'all main rivalry in the division.
Whether you want to admit it or not.
No, it is. That's the one that crossed over. Not all of these teams were in that division when it first was came in, because Carolina they only been around 20 years.
It used to be St. Louis and San Francisco with the two teams.
Yeah, and Tampa used to be in the NFC North to be. That shit was weird, but yeah.
What is that?
Yeah, but Central. I'm sorry, not the NFC North. NFC Central. That's what it used to be called. That was when they used to always Barry. That's why Barry used to always go against that Tampa Bay defense in the first round. And it's like it's Barry versus that damn defense, and Barry, you ain't gonna make it up out of there. You ain't, even though Barry would put on the show, it's just like like damn, you gotta juke Sapp, then Lynch, then Brooks. And then Rondé's coming from the other side. Like, brother.
Okay, so now that we're talking about
Herman Moore wasn't doing enough. Herman, we need a little bit more.
Could that nigga ever get some separation?
No. He was a quintessential possession receiver.
Yeah, that nigga was not.
We're still waiting on him to get open.
If he throw his hand, I'm open, man. I'm open.
Like that. Them clean ass Thanksgiving jerseys them niggas had.
Yeah,
anyways,
he's like the black Jason Witten.
Them damn button hooks.
Nigga, sit there.
Just shuffle up the field a little bit. So somebody touch you. Oh no, I'm going down.
All right. Now, speaking of the Bucks, are they the bottom of this division right now?
Yes,
I think so. I mean, now it's gonna be interesting to see them with Bruce
I think they're gonna be exciting.
Yeah,
they're gonna give you some games.
Man, they had Fitzmagic last year. How the fuck they gonna be more excited?
I think it's gonna be a good year
for
Mike Evans. He's gonna have a big year
because Arians likes to chunk that ball down the field.
They got Byron Leftwich on the staff too.
Yeah, I said I think they're going to be better, but I don't think their record's really going to show. I think they're going to put a better product out there.
I still don't trust Jameis. Like,
you can't.
He eats W's and still crabs legs.
You'll be fighting in a game and he'll just throw a bonehead pick.
We'll see if he can get that out. But you usually don't. 6 years into your career or 5 years into, you usually don't. If that's who you've been, that's kind of what you are.
Jameis Winston looks like the kind of nigga that owes the mob, and he's going to throw by 4 games.
No, Jameis Winston really looks like he should have been a quarterback in like 1920. You know?
Them knock knees and everything.
Yeah. But like he should be like, he looks like a dude in like a movie about like the first black dude to play at Harvard or some shit.
Yeah, he do.
He's from Alabama. Like, hey, how y'all doing? I'm Jameis. I'm here to play some football.
He is built like Jack Jenkins with this shit. Nigga built like this. How this nigga
knock needed.
Put up your dukes.
Yeah, man. Tom Sawyer looking.
But I bought the hype coming out of. I bought the hype of him coming out of college.
Of course you had to. Nigga won the national championship. You had to.
Yeah, but yeah, man. It's just he's never had the mental, and I'm not saying he's not smart.
Stole crab legs and Kool-Aid.
I
get it. Crab legs and Kool-Aid is delicious. Nigga, you stole crab legs. Nigga, I can go somewhere and get some free crab legs and Kool-Aid. Nigga, you at Florida State and you steal crab legs and Kool-Aid?
It says, yeah, his man didn't. My man's didn't hook him up, man.
Dog,
That's
I can go do that shit right now. If you have a crab leg shop, I will be coming there to get free crab legs.
He's gonna try to steal them.
No, I'm gonna
hide your Kool-Aid.
I'm gonna look you right in your face and say I'm gonna walk smooth out this.
Yeah, that's called theft.
That's fine. I'm not gonna go to jail for it. James
You shitting me?
Man. I've stole worse. Nigga, where you think this shit came from? Okay, my bad. But yeah,
how long ago was that?
About a year or two.
So you're saying the statute of limitation still?
I don't know what the stat. I stole this from a bar. Congratulations. What are you gonna do about it? Huh?
What's the name of the bar?
That bitch ain't even open no more.
Might be reopened.
So yeah, I don't trust Jameis Winston because he stole crab legs. Okay,
that was
and
a long time. He was in college, man. I'll take that as being stupid in college.
No.
Yes.
Nigga, no.
Yes.
Man, dog, you stole crab legs.
Now,
like that nigga.
So you're gonna hold him? You're gonna hold it more for him stealing crab legs than he grabbing bitches by the pussy? Now
Trump. But
no, I'm talking about him, not Trump.
Oh, I forgot about the Uber.
Exactly.
Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna hold the crab legs a little bit higher than the pussy. Just saying. But nevertheless,
well, I know where your priorities are at.
But nevertheless,
say, bitch, don't you come over here with them good ass crab legs, baby.
But no. Nevertheless, like again, these are like I hate to say this kind of shit especially when it comes to black players.
Oh shit,
that's 80. Oh goddamn.
But I hate saying this shit. But it's like
don't say it.
But it happened.
That's an easily averted thing.
Ultimately,
nobody wants you to say this.
Ultimately, what I'm saying is, say this to say that.
Don't you go with this old stereotype shit neither.
I'm not saying it with no. Him doing that dumb shit ain't got nothing to do
with him being black.
No, with nothing to do with any other black quarterback. What I'm saying is, it's like, damn, bro, you already have the stigma because you are a black quarterback, and this is the shit that you come to the league with. Like
he doesn't have that stigma. Johnny Manziel had the same stigma. So
yeah, but Johnny Manziel was alcoholic too.
That too. But I'm just saying he had the same. Do you have the mental capacity to hold to be a CEO of a company?
Nigga,
same with like
I thought worse of Johnny Manziel than I ever did of Jameis Winston. However, at the same time, it's like, dude, you already got. That's why I'm glad that Byron Leftwich is his offensive coordinator / quarterback coach. So I'm glad that he's out there because Byron Leftwich is was he is he a Hall of Fame quarterback? No. However, he was still a solid. He had a good career.
He did.
And there's been a few different occasions where they picked him up on his legs.
Epic QB battles with David Garrard.
Yeah.
Man, David, I forgot about dude, dog. What happened to the
man?
What
the niggas was battling for 5 straight years.
Dog,
y'all pick a fucking.
I remember I used to play with the Jaguars because they had Fred Taylor back there too, man.
You got your pick of black quarterbacks. Let me roll the dice
again. Byron Leftwich with that long ass release.
I used to love when Leftwich would get hurt. David Garrard come in there and run all over your ass.
Byron Leftwich got hurt every 4 games.
That's when Garrard had like 82, 83 rushing. So or speed or whatever.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jameis, you have some shoes to fill and you're fucking it up. Who wins the division? NFC South. You're gonna say New Orleans.
You don't know what I'm gonna say.
So you're not gonna pick your team?
Yes, I'm gonna pick them. I'm just saying, you can't
speak for me.
Yeah, you can't presume that.
How we can't?
I think
they're a good team and they won the division last year.
Yeah. Spoiler: guess who's winning the AFC West?
Good coach, good quarter, or best coach in the division, best quarterback in the division, and I think they might end up having the best defense in the division. So,
the Saints?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No fucking surprise there. Who's winning the division, Simon?
I'm going with the Saints as well, and my sleeper team in that division is Atlanta. I don't know about. Tampa Bay is gonna be Tampa Bay, and then Carolina is an enigma. I don't know what I can't get a read on.
I hate Carolina, man.
I can't get them.
They wasted Cam Newton, man.
I can't get a read on them. I don't know if they're gonna be good.
Cam could have went to some great offensive coordinator who would have done all kind of cool shit. Would have protected him. Would have gave him weapons. Like, oh, here you go. You got DJ Moore.
Well, let me.
We're gonna see.
Let
We're
me
gonna see if
ask you
he
this.
He
pops.
can't play. I'm just saying, like, they haven't put a lot around him. Just, you know.
Yeah.
Most teams are always trying to improve that around their quarterback.
Okay.
And the Panthers just
Especially
keep
if you
rolling.
pick him number one overall.
Fact check me if you want. That's fine. Wasn't Ron Rivera 85 Bears?
Yeah.
Is that the most overrated coaching staff of players of all time? Because like a lot of their coaches don't pan out. Well, two. Let's talk about the main two. Singletary being, top 3 linebacker of all time, and Ron Rivera.
Man, he had a great
it's
speech,
you. But usually, if you're a great player,
Can't
you
play
usually
with him.
don't become.
Can't
a
coach
great
with him. Can't win with him.
Can't win with him. Vernon Davis, that nigga just stopped playing last year. Matter of fact, he probably still on the roster. NFC North. Let's bowl through all these kind of quick. Chicago Bears, where do they finish in the division?
They don't make the playoffs to me.
Okay.
I don't buy. I just said you could say their defense is going to be great. To me, it pans out on Trubisky, and I'm not sold.
Okay.
I can see it going either way with that team, but
you don't buy Trubisky's brand.
Yeah, I don't
it.
buy Trubisky, so I'm gonna say third in the division.
All right. Detroit. That's
Detroit's
the
the
bottom hole.
They're bringing up the rear on this one.
All right. Jamal?
I'm gonna actually go the opposite way. I'm gonna say Detroit's gonna finish second in the division.
Okay. Green Bay.
I got Green Bay winning the division.
I have the same thing, but something always seems to go wrong with them.
Of course. Aaron Rodgers is too much of an asshole.
Yeah.
I got Minnesota winning the division.
I don't buy Kirk Cousins.
I do not buy Kirk Cousins, but I do think their defense is going to be better this year.
It could be.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to. They do got some studs on that defense. I ain't going to lie. But Kirk Cousins, like I said, man, if there's any eyes on him, that nigga going to nut up.
He going to nut up every time. He has proven this. I think the motherfucker was like, 0-8 on like primetime games or some shit like that. You fact check me, that's all good. But it was like a losing record.
It's bad.
Yeah, it was a losing record.
For him to be getting all that money, you expect him to win you.
It ain't no
You
8-8
expect him
shit.
to win you 2 to 3 games a season where, hey, the defense might be a little bit struggling, or the run game ain't doing like it's supposed to. And like, hey man, we need you to throw for 350 and 3 touchdowns.
How many good teams have a head coach that's a defensive coach? Like that's
right now?
Yeah, I'm talking about like of a team
Ron
that you would
Rivera.
consider to be like a good team.
A good team?
Yeah.
Ron Rivera. I think old buddy in Cleveland. Ain't Cleveland a defensive coach?
He was a quarterback's coach.
Okay.
It's basically Tomlin.
Tomlin.
So yeah, it would be Tomlin. It would be
New England.
Yeah.
Who's the head coach of the Broncos now?
He was offensive coordinator. He called from what the hell is his name? I can't remember.
Who was Buffalo's head coach? Who was Miami's head coach? Adam Gates is still in Miami?
No, Adam Gates is in the Jets. The old defensive coordinator for New England is the head coach of Miami now. The black dude, Flores.
Yeah. But my point really is, it seems like a defensive head coach, there's kind of always a cap to what the offense can be, because the coach views the offense from a defensive perspective of don't put us in a bad position.
Sure.
And so they're not as aggressive as like a real offensive team like
Andy Reid.
Yeah, like the Chiefs or the Saints or the Rams or somebody, where they're thinking about attacking you, not, we don't want to like put ourselves in bad field position and then we gotta, punt inside the 5 or something like that.
And what you got, Zimmer for Minnesota? He's a defensive coordinator. He was a defensive coordinator at what you call it?
I thought that's
Cincinnati.
why you asked that question. NFC East.
Got Philly winning that one.
NFC least.
All right. So you got Philly. You got
Philly on the top.
I'll say Philly. I got Philly on top.
It's really Philly, Dallas. Really Philly, Dallas, and everybody else is a damn dumpster.
But this
dumpster
division is always like, we always go in there. Like, we know.
Yeah, that's y'all division. Y'all just had a back-to-back division champion for the first time in what, 90?
Well, but the teams will still be like good.
Okay.
Like they just won't win the division.
Right.
But in this division, like I'm saying, like it's always we think it's going to be this big separation, and they're always
8-8.
Yeah,
everybody in the 7 wins the division.
The whole division is 5-4-1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. So, I think the Redskins will probably be feistier than you think. You know how Case Keenum, he's like a Ryan Fitzpatrick type where he
can catch 5.
Yeah.
How long before Haskins
he'll get hot for 3 or 4 games.
When's their bye
Keenum
week?
will have a couple bad games, and I think they'll bring Haskins in.
Yeah. When does Haskins get in though?
Game 6.
Yeah, whenever they buy. I think whenever the week before they bye week, and if they're bad, like I think they're gonna give him that bye week to kind of get him up to speed and where they want him to be, and then let him ride it out.
Now the Giants, I think the Giants, because they just have some talent.
They got a lot of young stunners.
And so I think they could be a little surprise team, not like a Super Bowl, but like just a little surprise team of we gotta play the Giants.
How long before Eli gets replaced?
About the same.
Yeah, because you know he gonna have one of them stinkers.
He gonna have a 5 interception.
They bye week ain't until late in the Redskins, so shit might be like you said, week 6, just like man, gotta turn it over to this youngster.
Yeah.
So Giants, when do you think? How long before it's replaced? Because again, based on preseason numbers, based on preseason stats, whatever, I get it. Second, third string, whatever. God damn it, the motherfucker.
Don't
got
just gloss over like most of them dudes he played against didn't make teams.
Yeah, but you don't gloss over it that way. But at the same time, you still have to give it what it is. He went out here. He had a solid fucking preseason. He still had how many players? How many players had a solid preseason? You come back, again.
It was the preseason.
That's fine. Hey, you still got Shaquan back there.
Don't. You can get game plan against.
I don't want to diminish the preseason.
I will.
Why?
Because it sucks. No starters basically played in the preseason.
That's fine, and I'm okay with that.
So don't say this dude is going to go out and set the world on fire again, and he did it in the preseason.
We're not talking about like if Rosen would have stayed when Kyler Murray was going to get drafted.
We're not talking about them. We're talking about.
But we're talking about like an aging quarterback in Eli Manning, obviously at this point. With a younger quarterback coming in, how long before Daniel Jones gets?
It's probably going to be about mid-season, somewhere mid-season.
Okay.
Especially if they shit the bed early on.
Okay.
Then the fans and stuff are going to be clamoring for it, and then they're going to feel that pressure to change it. But
honestly,
like
I feel it's 2 interceptions.
Everybody shit their pants the last time they benched Manning. I was like,
but they benched him for Geno Smith.
That's true, but still, it's like whatever. Y'all was gonna lose anyway.
But it was Geno, and I like Geno coming out of West Virginia.
Geno been balling out there in Seattle.
He got the backup gig.
Yeah. But so you got the Eagles winning the division. Who you got winning the division?
I got the Eagles.
All right. Yeah. Does Zeke miss any games?
No, he just reported.
Okay.
Is he gonna play that fast?
They said there was no timetable for him to get back. They said as soon as if he would have came back the day before, they were gonna play.
Launching in there. Yeah, Jason Garrett. He knows our offense. He knows all the launching. I do have
warm up.
I do have the Eagles winning
no
that
lube,
division.
just right into the season.
I do have the Eagles winning that division, but quickly, does Carson Wentz stay healthy this year?
Yep.
I mean, if he does,
yes.
Yeah, he's got MVP potential.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. AFC East.
New England.
All right, cool.
I think the Jets could be frisky though.
Come on.
Frisky?
Yeah. What's his name? Sam Darnold. I think he's like a breakout candidate for me.
Thrown to who?
That's
Robbie
that's your sleeper team.
That you really think? And I like Robbie Anderson. You think he takes that leap to?
I also like Le'Veon Bell that they got.
Of course,
I picked him up on my fantasy team.
So I'm just saying. I'm not saying they're going to necessarily win a division. I'm just saying I think they're going to be a better team than people think, and they'll probably be hanging around playoff time, playoff seeding time. They'll be hanging around now. Will they take advantage of it? They're a young team, maybe not, but
right.
I think they'll be better than people think.
I still got.
Who do you got winning the division though?
New England.
All right.
And said Miami just said fuck it this season.
Yeah, they mortgaged in the crib.
The black coach, man. The black coach always gets a team that's just shipping all the
don't
players
bring up
out.
black now. When I was talking about Jameis Winston, it was something different earlier.
No, I'm just talking about all
But
the
he
black...
ain't shown no signs of fucking up.
He's eating W's. Right?
He ain't
No,
never
they
came
just
up.
give these dudes these jobs. I swear, when they have like just a transition period, and they're like, we just need to hire somebody, like, and they'll
Rooney
just
Rule, baby.
hire one of these dudes,
Oh my
fire
God.
them the next year, and then we'll, get the person.
and
we
'cause
want.
Get these niggers in there.
But they did get a load phrasing from the Texans
They
for
did.
for Tunsil.
They did.
Them 2 first
that-
rounders.
that's
that was a lot. Woo.
Yeah,
Man,
but
that was creeping up there. Than that Mac kind of like.
hey,
Is he? I know he's good, but he ain't that good
Yeah,
yet.
It's not
Man.
like Orlando Pace or nothing, but
they got it though.
that's how bad they needed a tackle though.
They got it though.
And that's what happens when you don't got no damn
Yeah.
GM.
Yeah,
neither.
yeah.
Because
They
it wasn't
got
like
though.
well, we don't pay this,
But that we
and we'll just go with what we got.
But we were-
It's like no, it's our
but
fucking quarterback.
when we seen them trade for Clowney and they ain't getting no offensive lineman back, we were like, the fuck are they doing?
They didn't draft offensive linemen. They didn't get offensive linemen back from Clemson.
I was
Like,
like,
what
what
the
the
fuck are y'all doing?
That's it. Y'all probably had the worst left tackle
Hey.
in the league.
DeAndre
Yeah.
Hopkins was on TMZ today talking shit about when old buddy that just died out there with the owners, nigga Slade.
McNair.
Yeah.
Week 1, Marcus Davenport about to eat on Tunsil. This nigga just got to
That
town.
nigga been calling Davenport. That nigga been calling him, dog.
No, he
that's
just
Texas
getting to
boy.
town. Tunsil just landed right now. Boy.
We gonna see. They got to fast
Yeah.
track him. That shit's tough.
They
Yeah.
come into the Superdome.
So, so I think we agree AFC East,
yeah.
New
Deshaun
England.
getting sacked about 6 times.
Oh, my God. Kidneys.
I hope
liver.
not, because I don't want to see him. I don't want
Hey,
him to have
nigga, we
We
internal
won't land
bleeding.
on him. We won't land on him.
And so I don't want no internal bleeding on him.
No
Dog,
bounty.
that's my starting quarterback on fantasy. Anyways, so AFC East, New England, I think we all got that. AFC North, I've always loved this division, just me personally.
I got Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. I don't want to be a part of this group of
It
people.
sounds like you're gonna jump on that bandwagon. You about to jump on that bandwagon?
he about to
That
jump on that hoe.
That
He
Baker
about to
bandwagon?
jump on
That
that
Baker
hoe.
bandwagon?
He about to go. He about to go.
Baker money
He
maker?
about to go, man. He about to
Don't
go.
you
do it. Do it. Just do it. Just do it. Ride out with it, man. Ride out. It's okay.
I think the Browns might take this one.
Nope. I'm not falling for the propaganda.
I got Baltimore. I have Baltimore.
He's a closet Baltimore Ravens fan.
Yeah, people talk about closet cowboy.
I mean, I can
It's
see
more
that
so
back. I can
Ravens
see that
fan.
back in like the Ray Lewis and Ed Reed days.
Nah, I got Baltimore, man. I love Harbaugh. I love exactly what he's about.
Got Pittsburgh, man. They still the class of the division.
That's the division right there. We got to make a bet on because
They're
we got
still the
3
class-
different teams.
That's the class. They're still the class, regardless of them getting. Don't get me wrong. Their passing is gonna suffer. You can't get rid of a top 3 receiver and think it's gonna be the same, and then a top 3 running back and still think it's gonna be the same. But their replacements are them motherfuckers is viable. It's not like they just. We got to see them work. So
they have a solid team.
And
they have no egos. They have no nothing.
And
they
then,
have
but this is what I
fucking
say.
team.
This is what I will say with Ben Roth. He got his ego. His ego got checked. He's seen. That's why, like, with all that shit that happens, like, he was one of them that never. He was one of them quarterbacks that I know if I played with him, I wouldn't like that nigga. Just on the mere fact, nigga, nothing's ever your fault, and it took him to year 16, 17, be like, yeah.
Let me hug this wide receiver.
Yeah, some of this shit is my fault. Like, man, like, nah. But they're
and
gonna get.
You've been raping hoes.
And you've been raping hoes.
Oh, you want to bring the rape back up? Every team meeting, we got.
If I'm bringing up crab legs, I'm bringing up rape,
Yeah.
and you disgusting motherfucker.
So this is my thing. Like, with that is, he finally. It almost seems like he finally got that check in the mirror. Like, yeah, nigga, your shit stink too, and you can't just be relying on. Oh, I won a Super Bowl fucking 10 years ago, because it was 10 years ago,
right,
motherfucker. This ain't that shit ain't recent. And so don't get you threw for all them yards last year and all that shit, and you didn't get into the playoff. He's almost in that void where Breeze was a few years ago when the defense was trash, but Breeze was the only reason them niggas was 8-8 or 9-7. But you knew Breeze loved his teams and they loved him back. It's like you knew with Pittsburgh, like as much shit that was going on there. Like, I have to give Tomlin a motherfucking respect because he kept that shit right through all that shit. Cause them niggas didn't like each other.
Oh my F's looking motherfucker.
But yeah,
so you got Pittsburgh.
I got Pittsburgh, man.
Cleveland, and Baltimore. That's the one we got to make a bet on. That is the one. AFC South.
This is gonna be
Houston.
Dumpster fire division.
No.
But I say dumpster fire division
by one player.
But
literally one player retiring.
Well, not because of that. I just say that because I think it's more, the day that Tom Brady leaves New England Patriots, the AFC East is going to be shit. Okay. And so between Peyton Manning and then immediately after that was Andrew Luck.
I don't agree with that. But
I think the division is shit. Now they're going to.
No, they lose their highlight player, but I don't think the division is shit.
Okay, so I think the division is shit, and so
and
with
you
that
still
division,
didn't know what a 4-3 and a 3-4 defense was a couple of years ago.
The question that I always asked was, why would you run a 4-3 as opposed to a 3-4? So anyway,
we told you preference, and you still, but what? Preference, motherfucker. We can't tell you why the coach likes that, but it's angles.
Again,
literally, it's angles.
Okay, fair enough. Now, so with the AFC South. I have Houston winning this division this year.
I do too. With Luck retiring, I have them winning the division.
Even with Luck being there.
No, if Luck was there, Indianapolis was going to win.
I'm gonna have to differ with y'all. I got Jacksonville winning this division.
With Foles?
Yeah. I got Jacksonville.
Okay. Hey, your
their
boy,
defense gonna be
your boy's still out there. What's
and I got
Tom
Jacksonville
Coughlin
to upset KC week 1.
Who? Jacksonville?
Yeah, Jacksonville has Kansas City at home.
I didn't know they went there.
No, it's in Jacksonville.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't know Kansas City went there. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if
Still got Tom Coughlin out there, man. Tom Coughlin got 2 Super Bowls out of Eli Manning.
That motherfucker ain't calling no plays.
Yeah, okay. He ain't calling no plays, obviously, but
yeah,
he's still out there. I still got Houston.
I think they win the division. I think Fournette has a big year.
I knew that. God damn it, I knew it. God damn it, there it is.
What's that? Cypher, get through it. LSU.
I do like what Fournette did say coming into this year. He said he got rid of a lot of the noise that was around him.
What happened? Almost getting arrested by the police officer?
I don't know about that, but I think he had a lot of leeches, and he finally got some of that shit. Because he just seemed too angry last year at stupid shit. Like, nigga, why are you this mad?
I get hit. I get hit
because it's like you can't be like you get yelled at by fans every game.
Yeah.
And said, and trust me, I know at LSU when you went to Bama or some shit, they said some way worse shit,
nigger.
And you weren't getting paid at this point, so you had a reason to be mad. Nigga, you getting these bucks, nigga. Fuck you. I'm a
racist nigga.
But look, I get why you say that.
Money making nigga.
We never really seen Foles do that shit for a full season.
I don't think they're gonna depend on him that much though.
Foles was good before before Chip Kelly got there. Like he was a solid quarterback.
He had 10-win season with Chip.
That's fine, but before then, Foles he had all the intangibles and you can make every throw. Like he had everything that you needed. Like I remember telling Mike, shout out to Mike on the mic. I remember telling Mike when some of the first few games I saw Nick Foles play, I'm like, no, that nigga good right there. So that's why I was happy for dude when he went back to Philly and got that championship. But no, Nick Foles, he is good.
We saw that, and then we seen him. You say you seen him do good, and I seen him be terrible as a starting quarterback when he was with St. Louis right before they went to L.A. And I get it's different circumstances, right. Shit like that. But as in a full season, I've seen you do it, and you were terrible.
But I've seen him do full season when he's been okay.
That's why I'm saying you sometimes you don't know what you're gonna get from him. He's a middle of the road quarterback.
He went out there, he got his bread.
He needed his bread.
I just don't think Jacksonville has enough for him to be able honestly,
Keelan Doss might be his fucking starting receiver midway through the season. And
did they pick up Keelan?
Yeah, they pick him up on the practice squad. He's gonna be probably the next receiver up whenever a receiver gets it.
Okay. Keelan Dawson Raiders.
I figured that.
Yeah. But honestly, I'm still picking Houston.
I'm
but
just making it interesting.
That division is still wide.
But I think the Colts are gonna be fine. I don't think
they're gonna win it. Yeah, I think they're gonna be around 500, hover around 500.
I don't think
because what you call is not terrible.
No, I'm rooting for Jacoby Brissett because
he got some new bread.
Yeah. 30 some odd million, 2 year extension.
We'll pay you like a starter.
Yeah.
It also looks like
so
the
now
kind of
he's a captain. Now he's a captain.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the captain.
But it was one of those deals that kind of looked like if Andrew Luck comes back, we can get out this shit immediately.
And as well, you should
get the fuck out. He's back.
It's Andrew Luck. But like I said, that division is wide open. The Titans have the best jerseys in the division.
No, they have the worst.
Get the fuck out of here.
They might have the worst in the league.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Them houses is clean. AFC West.
Them simple blue and whites with the white and blues with Indianapolis is better than them. When now white
they need to
white,
go back to the fucking Oilers shit and then just change the logo to Titan. And just ride with
shits
that.
is ugly.
AFC West.
AFC West.
I got Kansas City still, and I'm a Raiders fan.
Did it load up right?
So what they got? Denver, Kansas City, Chargers, Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I got
Kansas City.
I got the Chargers winning this.
Not without Derwin James and
how long is Derwin James out?
Till
that
like
December.
3 months.
It was 3 months.
What was
2
his
weeks
injury?
ago.
He broke his foot.
Yeah,
he ain't gonna be right when he get back. I mean, not immediately.
And they're about to lose Melvin Gordon. And don't get me wrong, Eckler's cool, but he ain't Melvin Gordon.
Who misses more games, Melvin Gordon or Ezekiel?
Oh, Melvin Gordon.
Gordon.
Like when I knew
Zeke
when it
ain't
started,
never missed a game because of an injury.
But
pulling out titties.
I knew when the whole thing started, like the Chargers are the worst team to get in the holdout with.
Say, Eli was supposed to go there.
Like
there's a reason why he didn't.
That nigga daddy said no.
But you know they always have a long holdout. They had it with Merriman. They had the big holdout. They had it with.
That's why. It was one reason why they got rid of Breeze. Yeah, because he came off the shoulder and they didn't want to pay him. And then LT at the end.
Yeah. So I mean they've had, and then of course Bosa when he came in had a long holdout. Like so they have a history of just being dicks.
And they playing in that goddamn high school stadium.
Yeah, like
and that's what I think that's gonna, like last year that played in their favor. I think this year that doesn't play in their favor like it did last year.
Well, it doesn't give you much of a home field advantage. Like it's
and then like I say, and in that division, quiet as cat. I don't give a fuck what people say. Raiders still have that coast, so like LA is heavy Raiders territory. That's the split in the fans is probably 60-40 when they play the Raiders. And the Raiders are vastly better than they were last year. They tanked the season last year. Don't get me wrong. But I have the Chiefs, just their offense is just so goddamn dynamic. I don't know what they're gonna do at running back. Oh, they got McCoy. And McCoy knows that motherfucker's offense.
What did McCoy get? Oh,
Kansas City.
He actually. Okay, fuck.
Yeah, he went to Kansas City.
Yeah. Their running back situation is kind of they got some talented dudes, but there's question marks about all of them.
None of the motherfuckers is Kareem Hunt, even McCoy at this point.
Yeah, and like Damian Williams, he's talented, but he's never had like more than 10 carries in the game. Like, so to say, now you're featured. Now I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm just saying that is a question mark.
They're going to go by committee.
Yeah, they pretty much have to. So,
I feel like Denver. I feel like Flacco's falling off the wagon, so I have them at the bottom of the barrel.
Can Denver, like, okay, this is the fanboy, and this is also a real live question. Can Denver's defense, is Denver defense somewhat the same as when they won the championship?
No. That secondary is not the same as it was.
Yeah.
They had legit 2 lockdown corners where they didn't have to flip. Whatever side your number one receiver went to, they could stay packed and they can stay. Their defense could stay stagnant and be able to run their shit and not have to roll coverages every time. I'm not gonna say they didn't double team some great receivers at times, but they had great enough corners at that time where even their slot corner was good. They lost. Only one that's still there out of that whole secondary is Chris Harris. Yeah. Everybody else is gone. They said their pass rush is still gonna be great with Vaughn and Chubb. That's gonna make their corners look a little bit better than what they are. But if you can hold them off, they said Von Miller already he said this shit on record. Trent Brown is the toughest tackle he's ever had to go against. He said that. Now he said he brings Trent Brown to his pass rushing academy he does every summer. That's one of the tackles he brings out there to go against the other dudes and kind of give all the other pass rushers kind of tips and stuff like that.
Welcome.
That's how much respect he has for him. So I said, I'm not gonna say the Raiders gonna win the division, but they could sneak in at the bottom of that motherfucker like 9-7.
I got the
10-6.
Raiders winning the division.
Damn.
I have them winning.
But
the division.
that's fanboy of him.
Well, I mean, like I said, it's the same thing you were saying about I can't remember which division, but the same thing you were saying earlier. Like 8-8, 9-7 is going to win a division. I think that's going to happen. Like Andy Reid has always been a front runner. When he's good, but he just doesn't get over that hump.
Them motherfuckers is good.
They are good. Don't get me
Their
wrong.
defense is trash, but they are good.
Yeah, I could see them being more like 11-5 or 10-6 this year, but still just as dangerous.
I don't think they're going to be that because Buddy threw 50 some odd touchdowns, right?
The odds of you doing that again are minuscule.
It's going to be slim. And if he goes down to 35 touchdowns.
That's a drastic change.
That's a drastic change, but that's a drastic fucking touchdown record too. Like, nigga, you threw 50 some odd touchdowns. Like, if you come back to normal, your team is barely above average.
No, I wouldn't say that.
If you throw 35 touchdowns in a season, your team is
and it also doesn't even mean you're scoring less. You might just run it in more.
Yeah.
Like because this past season. They did a lot of stuff around the goal line where they would run hunt.
Yeah, they would like a lot of his early touchdowns,
like shovel passes.
They would forget it just because it went forward.
Yeah,
it was really a run play.
Yeah, and so next year
that was the glitch in the system. That's why he got that shit.
Yeah, that was a glitch. Like Reed was pulling out all the stops.
Because midway through the season,
and he's not going to be able to do this.
All them sweep plays and shit. You see at the first 4 or 5 games, everybody really in the league was running that shit. Yeah. And then by the end of the season, nobody could run that shit because it's like, no, nigga, we know when this fast motion is coming, our DN is not going to rush the passer. He going to peel out and try to take that nigga head off.
And you're not going to be able to do that kind of shit this year. That's the thing. Like, you
then
said it about
then you find another creative way to do that.
Andy Reid ain't been that creative his whole goddamn career.
What the fuck are you talking about? They had the #1 offense in the league last year. That's being creative.
That nigga ain't been. He's been a great coach. I love Andy Reid as a human being based on what they tell us. However, he does not get the team over the hump. What is that?
You say that? How many coaches in the league have fucking Super Bowl rings?
Nigga,
there's not that many.
It's not that many of them. So, however, I don't believe. I truly do not believe that Andy Reid is going to take these niggas and do the same thing this year as he did last year. These niggas may win 10 games. Maybe win 10 games this year. Maybe. I'm just saying.
Perhaps.
I'm just saying. They may win 10 games. Like I said, 9-7 can
barring
win.
the injury.
Well, the only reason
injuries happen to every fucking body.
The only reason I don't think it's crazy though is because their defense was so bad.
And
normally
drastically
change if you're
that nigga ain't throwing no left hand passes this year.
And I'm saying if you're just like a regular, top 3 offense and not way out where they were last year, and your defense is giving up. Like, you're going to be in basically coin tosses, right? Mm-hmm. It's who gets the ball last, who turned it over less. They did turn it over a lot. It was covered up by the fact that they scored.
Were scoring 40 points.
Yeah. But they had a bunch of – and he had 6 or 7 fumbles, which is extremely high.
That's what I'm saying.
And he threw a lot of picks, right?
It's going to catch up to him.
So I'm not saying he's going to be bad. I'm just saying if your defense – now maybe their defense has improved. I don't follow them that close. But
it hasn't.
Yeah, so
it's gotten worse.
They've traded away 2 of their best pass rushers. They brought one in from Seattle, Frank Clark.
Yeah. Hey, Tamba.
And then they're changing defensive schemes too. They're going to a 4-3.
Oh yeah, who's the defensive coordinator? Not Spagnuolo, is it?
Fucking no. Spagnuolo dead.
No.
Spagnuolo's coaching.
Yeah,
Steve Spagnuolo.
I think that's actually
who's the old head coach that's dead now?
You're thinking of Tony Soprano or
there you go.
Sperano.
Soprano.
Yeah. It was an S somewhere.
Yeah. So all Italians sound the same, huh?
Yeah.
All niggas look alike. But no, like I said, I mean that this division is wide open as the NFC North. This is wide open as the AFC North.
And even the Broncos, if this.
That's why I asked the question earlier. Is their defense going to lead?
They do have some talent. Yeah. We'll see how their secondary
Von
looks.
Fucking Miller.
But
no, their defense is going to be
it's
stingy,
going to come down
I
to.
just still don't believe. I don't believe in Flacco anymore. I feel like he's a shot fighter. It is what it is. You can try to sell this fluff all you want. You didn't win a Super Bowl and all that bullshit. No, well, you got your position took by Lamar Jackson. We all saw this. And them motherfuckers went 8-1 when they benched your ass.
Ooh. So it might be, is Drew Lock any good?
He's hurt. He's hurt.
Oh, he is?
Got hurt second preseason game. Yeah, I think they put him on IR, but IR to return.
Yeah,
he fucked up his thumb.
They're done.
All right. So, lasting impression. Who you got winning this division? I got the Raiders. Fuck it.
I already said Chiefs.
I'm gonna still go with the Chargers.
3 different ones.
We're gonna stop this. We're gonna stop this recording right now. We're gonna talk about Phillip Rivers like we was talking about that nigga 22 hours ago. But okay, so you got the Chargers. I got the Raiders. And it's not just a homer pick.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. Like I said, 8-8, 9-7. Man, I think that shit's gonna. I think that shit's gonna win a division. And you have the Chiefs. Simon.
Yes.
So. Episode 122.5.
0.5.
Straight Melon Show. That was the sports. Here's the good thing I like about this little video thing.
I thought we were doing Super Bowl.
Don't fall for that propaganda.
Don't fall for that propaganda. There's a reason why, and I'll tell y'all whenever we get offline. But we got the division winners. Next week we'll do playoffs. Playoffs. Man, we won a shot that week. I won a shot that weekend, but I didn't take the money. Anyways, you were you there when that shit happened?
When what shit happened?
We were talking about what who said the playoff thing?
Playoffs.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh no, he was gone by then.
Yeah,
when we were at the Clays at
dude.
this past weekend.
Yeah, it was so funny. It was so I can't remember
with the whites.
Oh yeah, it went down after that. Yeah, episode 122.5.
Yeah, 0.5.
We got this bitch.
Holla.
The music. Fine.